very deliberate, but that's the cue. And I've done it where I try to do it when it's to my advantage. Like if there's a bigger dog out, like that Barney was kind of crowding her. And so
Like, okay.
she wanted to get picked up.
Yeah.
I could probably get her to do it. You know, and this is what, oh look, she found a worm. I'll tell you what's more interesting than a worm, not me. But she's, again, very treat motivated. You need to have a, just a little, because then it says, oh, it's going chi-chi. That means it wants to pick us up. Ow, chi-chi!
She's excited.
But again, I'm not going to try to touch her head or pet her or anything. And I'm very, well, but see how I just put her down and it was no petting, no, I don't want that. Humans aren't going in between each other all the time.
Her recall looks so good. Some of the times it's like.
Well, that's because I worked it. It's not the way you've got it working. Isn't a purpose-driven behavior. She's just kind of doing it, but she's not thinking. There's, if it was a sport, if I said they've invented a new dog sport, everybody uses a pager, and then you do things. You go in the big field, and then they do recalls, and then the time ends when it grabs the treat. In the treat is a tiny microchip, and when it gets into the dog's stomach, the time ends. That would be, and again, I'll tell you who's willing and able to play that game. Because people say, oh, how can we play with them? Well, here, I invented a game. Here, let's try that. Am I wrong, Lisa?
You're not wrong.
But you see, the byproduct of that is a dog that, and if you said right now, I'm going to go over there and start hugging her, she would pull away from you. Because you're getting in the way of Billy Joe Armstrong's concert. No, not concert. Who's I don't really even know that many athletes, but, getting in the, you're the mom getting in between the coach and the little athlete.
Right.
Because, in her mind, that's who she is. All right, but let's have you try it. And I've got a very specific way that I'm handing it off even. You see just right then. Let's just try to see if you can get her to default to the down. So fold your arms in. All right, good. Now, but do you see how she tried to play the alphabet card on you. So the way I was doing it, let's just see if you can get her.
When she does that to me, I always pet her.
But do you see it's already going into motion.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I could probably. Well, she had to itch, but she's. But again, I'm not even verbally saying anything.
Nothing.
If I want, but if I add, now watch. If I add the verbal to that, Rosie, down.
Peaches.
I'm looking. There's a fluidity to it, not.
How many times a day do I do this? 10 minutes a day?
If you'll just have the pager on and then just randomly, if you've got,
Just even if I just like,
I do
there's
it
a
random.
treat, I'll just do it with Rosie.
Well, I mean, I wear hoodies all the time, so to these dogs, I'm like some kangaroo woman. Of course, you're gonna find somebody like that more interesting. They never go anywhere
I
without.
can wear a patch.
Not their kangaroo patch.
I have.
Well, or just have them even little in strategic places around the house, till we can kind of get. All right, here. So take these. Let's just see. I'm gonna factor myself in. I'm going over your chair. This is what I want you to do. So yes, I want you to get petting out of your mind. You know what I mean? They don't, and this is why. They're hardwired to understand what this petting. Another dog comes up to him and starts throwing its paws on his head. He's not saying this dog loves me.
Yeah. Okay.
Love is a wonderful emotion. Nothing. It's like, I don't know how this thing's trying to engage me, but I don't want that.
Okay.
I want you just to walk away. I don't want you to say anything. Just walk away. Don't even look at the dog. So you see how close she's already watching. So she's already defaulting to the. And then she just ran off from you. All right, stay right there. She's going to run off in a minute, and I want you to call her back. But when you call her, you're going to do the walking away thing.
With the treat?
Yes, and it's the sport.
Okay.
I mean, if you said, well, what's the funnest thing to do for the dog? I'd say they love this.
Yeah, they do.
And what's going to benefit me, my bigger picture?
Okay.
Again, that's what I can give you. You know what I mean? That's what I can give you, and you can already see it's making you in this group of little fast-moving cookie individuals. She's choosing to say if you haven't said a word. I'll just turn and walk away. Don't say anything. All right, come back. She's going to break away in a minute, probably chase after that other one. And that's when you're going to call her back. That's when you're going to call her back. All right, just stay right there a minute. You see, even then, I mean, just, this is what I want you to understand in dogs. To a dog, a still dog is more interesting than one that's...
Yeah, right. Like Peaches is
They get
jumping
sick of that. They don't want that.
I don't like her jumping. I ignore it.
Well, that's what you're doing when you're petting them like that.
Okay.
That's the analogy.
Okay.
It is. You see that. They're hardwired to only see the world through a certain filter.
Okay.
Again, let's just put it this way, we're hardwired too. So if we go out, and see an animal and it's making loud noises and acting aggressive, we can understand that without it saying, I'm going to kill you. You know what I mean? Just based on its actions. So that's how you have to think of them. They're hardwired to see us a certain way. Just even by you doing nothing, she's finding you that interesting. All right, now let's see if you can get her down and with just your actions. Not that this is even really something you should do. Just kind of turn and face her. You saw what I was doing. Go like this. Curl your hand. Good. No, let's just see how close she's watching you. All right, now angle a little bit more to her side. Other way, other way, other way. All right, no, she's getting ready to do it. Go back where you were. Go back. Right away, precious angel. All right, but listen to me. No, don't.
I didn't mean to.
All right, I'm going to go back. I'm going to have to call Bobby, and we're going to have to get baby videos of you feeding the kids. Because that's what you were doing.
Give me another try.
But do you see what I'm saying? I mean, we want to take all physicality out of it. If I said the rules of the game were, all right, but now just turn and face her. But listen to me. Your reaction is right away.
Yes. Good girl.
All right, but I don't want you to say yes, and it
You
needs
said
to
to
be
say yes.
more intense and behavior specific. You're being too general.
Okay.
The way I got her doing it was when she did it, it went from blase to yay.
Oh.
Oh, that's my new say. Oh, that's Summer. Please write that down. Blase to yay. Yay. That's how they notice things.
Okay.
If this dog suddenly jumped up and went, yeah, I'll tell you what they're going to notice. Every single one of them is going to notice that.
Okay.
But this is just you communicating with body language. This is helping you understand how important that is, and how I don't want you stomping. You know what I mean?
No, I
It
watched
interrupts
you.
the flow.
I
Just turn
know.
and walk away right now. Just go. Turn. Go. The walk of shame. But do you see how all dogs like that, Lisa? All right, come back. So what we can conclude, OMG. Oh, I hope you got that. Keep going. So what we can, all right, let's stop. So what we can assume from that, honestly, girl, is that all dogs seem to like that behavior better than if you started petting them all. I can tell you how to get them either to disperse or be all over you. All right, now angle your shoulder. Push your other way. Good. All right, now it's over. That's it. It was very big. Ah! There's my Sandy. You little stinker. Sandy!
I saw Sandy's first day video.
Oh, it was good, wasn't it? It was very. Lisa, if you understand what these other trainers, they get this collar on, start hitting them with the continuous the very first day.
I make them scared to death.
Well, no, pretty soon they're just sitting there doing nothing. So they say, look, they're trained, it's calm, it's not doing anything. No, I'm not kidding you. Look, it's calm, it's just sitting there, it's not doing anything.
I think I get that.
Don't even
I
like
put my hand down and she did that, which you would usually get a
Do you
response.
understand how that's relationship building with this dog?
It's not her mouth me like that.
Well, no, that you're so, relationship is so clear that she's willing to just try to figure out what you want, and you've never even spoken a word. She's that committed to do it, but if you're not, again, if you're this is what it is, you're speaking gibberish with your body language.
Okay, but so when if my hands are down and she happens, because she does that and I've always petted her from it.
Oh God, no, please don't do that.
Just move my arm and ignore it.
Well, or yeah, kind of see it coming and just don't have your arm there.
Okay.
All right, just start walking that way one time. You know, she's obviously assigning, all right, get your treat ready in your hand. All right, hurry, call her.
Rosie!
Pass off, hurry, hand off, hand off. All right away, now that's it, that's the end. So you see how that lacked purpose?
I didn't know what you meant.
Well, the handoff is the baton thing, that's the sport. All right, hang on, I'm gonna get her to do it.
You're supposed to know these things.
All right, no more. Rosie! Watch. And she's still slowing down, but if you get it right, then they'll just grab it and keep going. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
All right, hang on. I'm going to get her going this way. So you've seen the relay race where they're handing off the baton.
I get it.
So that, you know, again, now watch. Rosie! So I'm controlling the motion. I'm doing that, but I'm making her want to go faster. I'm not. I'll correct you, make you run faster. You know, I'm letting her know, Rosie! It's very purpose-driven. And I'm not asking, I'm saying it more, you hear I'm saying it, I'm not, Rosie! You know, it's matter of fact. Here's the matter of fact. That's what the tone I want you to get. Because it's neither harsh nor,
Or super
because
sweet.
super sickly sweet isn't going to work when the UPS is there with the
Right.
big box.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's the big scary box man at the door, ready to kill all of you.
Right.
To kill all of you now.
Okay.
And she's got to throw herself in front of him. You know, he comes there every day and he's the worst, you know, assassin
yeah,
ever.
she's outside, you know, going.
Row, row. Oh, she is? You mean in the backyard?
No, in the front. If she's in the front.
All right, bend your hand. But I'm just going to tell you, Lisa, without ever, without ever telling her anything, she's pretty much doing everything you want. Do you see what I'm saying? So I want you to think if that's what really trained is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A dog that does what we want, not one that we're constant or in the angle. Look, good. What you should have done, and I'm going to show you how you can do it.
Thing with her face.
You did it good though, but watch. But remember I said if I can get her defaulting to it, then we've made progress.
Right.
So I want you to keep building on this.
Okay.
Because look at her. I mean, if you said right now she's just cowing down and she's just she's more at peace than she's been with you.
Right, she
Looking
has.
you dead in the eye.
Yes. Yeah.
All through. All right, but I'm just going to show you how you can just. I can use my body. They'll model. Oh no, you haven't seen the ones with Barney. We could probably get her doing it too, where I can go like that with my foot. Let me see if I can get her to do it. Now. Well, you're in the way. But you can work on that. We won't make her do it now. But you see, again, there's a fluidity to it.
Okay.
The difference would be down.
Yeah.
From the dog's point of view, we're just sort of flowing in and out of the commands and the life, and it's not. We're just living in existence, and then these commands are just dropping out of the sky. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're more a part of our. And look at how relaxed she is.
So relaxed.
But and I'm doing all that with and I could add the verbal right now, and you would say, oh look, she's listening. But I would be doing you a disservice because if you, and this is what I say, if you don't have the right body language, it really doesn't matter what you're saying because they're not able to say, I'll turn off her body language. I now speak very clear English. I know what she's saying.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to say it from the behaviorist viewpoint.
Right.
You know what I mean? If we're just saying, and there's people that think that's what it is. Oh, this rescue dog that we just got in for training, it has a list this long, doesn't it, Summer, of all the commands it knows. Oh, go get a beer. You have
About
to tell it
100
times. I'm guessing when it does it is towards the end of the 12 pack when they're real drunk. I'm interpreting that's what that meant.
Yeah.
Because it specifically said in instructions. You might have to tell him a few times.
Right.
But he'll go get the beer.
All right, I think I get it.
It's all very zen-like, you know that.
Yeah. I think I just needed a tune-up as much as she did.
And I mean, part of that is accepting that they could live without us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That our petting, our physical interactions, it is, if I was, and I wouldn't do that, that would damage my relationship. If I was to reach my hand towards her ear and look at that.
Good
Precious,
girl,
but watch, I'm
yay.
going to push her with just my,
Yay. Nice. Yay.
See if I can get her to do it.
He's determined.
She's not looking at my leg. You got to get her watching you. She's so busy watching. But this is what I did to get her watching me was bring everything in.
Right.
If I said land a jet,
Yeah.
make big crazy hand signals. You
Yes.
see, as soon as they see that, they understand, oh, that's not referencing me.
Okay.
Because again, they've also got to
She does
interpret
so
that
relaxed.
all day long we're just you know what we're saying.
All right.
So I want you to work on
I
that. I
feel
mean, it's
good
such a
about it.
good little dog.
I know she is.
All right, let's work on Peaches a little bit though. Let's put her in the cage.
To go because I have this.
Oh, all right, we got to do a couple recalls with Peaches.
appointment.
All right, listen, we'll be right back. We're going to do a couple recalls with Peaches.